Now that we've seen the various markup and annotation tools that can be used in the review process, let's go ahead and begin a review. In this video, we're going to use an email review. In order to do that, we're going to open the Comments panel and expand the Review category. And we're going to send this document for an email review. Now we're working with the document newsletter.pdf, which we've been using throughout this chapter, and we're going to send this document by email review to a number of individuals. When we click on Send for Email Review, there are 3 steps. The first step is to choose the file, and the default is the currently open file, but you can pick any open file from this drop-down list, or for that matter, you can choose any file from your hard drive just by clicking Browse. The second step is to invite the reviewers, and the third step is to finalize the email and send the invitation. Before we move forward, it's worth noting that anyone with Adobe Acrobat 6 or Adobe Reader 7 or later can participate in an email review. This is quite forgiving, especially compared to other types of reviews that have more stringent requirements. So we'll go ahead and click Next to go to the next step, and it's time to add the addresses for the reviewers that we intend to invite. We can click on Address Book, and if you're on a Mac using MacMail or on Windows using Outlook, you can choose addresses right from your mail client's address book. In this case, we'll just go ahead and type in the addresses. Once we have the list entered in, we click Next, and here's our message template for the invitation. The subject is, please join the review of, and then our file name. And of course, we can edit this and change it however we want. The same goes for the message itself. This is the default message, and we can add or change or do anything we want. We'll go ahead and leave this as is, and then we'll click Send Invitation. When we do, this will hand off the message to our default mail client and send it to recipients. Note that depending on how you have your email configured, you might need to go to your outbox and click on Send and Receive File to get the mail to go out. Notice also that with Acrobat 11, we now have the capability of using webmail as a client for this transaction. We'll go ahead and click Continue, and then we'll click OK, and we're ready. We can track the reviews by clicking on this button, and we can now see the newsletter listed in the Sent Reviews section. Of course, we have no responses yet, but we can see that we're the initiator and there are 3 recipients listed as required reviewers. Later in this video, we'll return back to the tracker and see the updates. At this point, we can jump over and see what it looks like from the recipient's point of view. We can switch to here and see the email message. Please join the review of newsletter.pdf. In this case, we're using Windows Live Mail, and we can open the document right from here by double-clicking, or alternately save it to the hard drive and open it from there. Here we have the file open on our other computer as another identity, and in this case, you can see that the document is actually opened in Acrobat 9 Professional, but we still have the commenting and markup capabilities here. Once the commenting is complete, we can click Send Comments, and we get another email message template for return to the initiator. In this case, the subject is Comments on newsletter.pdf, and the default message is, I've reviewed and commented on the attached documents. We can click on Send, and this will hand over the mail to the email client and send it back to the initiator. Keep in mind, this works best for regular mail clients like Outlook or MacMail. And for web-based mail, while we do have support now in Acrobat 11, it will require a little bit of setup and intervention on your part. Now we'll switch back to the initiator's view and we'll check our email. Here are several messages returned from the viewers. When we open this message and click on the PDF file to open it, we first get a warning. Because this file came in from email, we'll have to enable the features for the review to work. So we'll click Enable All Features, and now we get a message that this is recognized as a PDF that's part of a tracked review. Do we want to open the tracked PDF and merge the comments and the markups? Of course, we want to click Yes. And now we get a message that the comments have been merged in. We'll go back to our email, and we have a second file here. Once again, we'll enable all features and then click Yes to merge these results. And now we have the comments as well here. We'll go back one more time to Outlook and open up the third response. Once again, enable features and click Yes to merge all the results in. Now we have one single file, and if we look at the comments list here in the comments panel, we can see all the comments listed along with the commenters' names. We can filter by name or any word in the comment, or we can filter by type as well. For example, we can look at all the comments from Carol or all the comments from our editor. This is very convenient. With this email review as the initiator, we're the only one who can see this consolidated review with everyone's comments. The individual reviewers can't see each other's comments, and that's a capability that we'll see in the next video, where we'll send a document for shared review.